into so many spaces in the nearest 5, 10, 15 years. Not everybody is going to live outside of Nigeria, if we want to be honest. It takes a lot of people, it takes a lot of money to even want to japa. I don't know if you know about that. It takes a whole lot of money. Proof of fund alone, gone. So you need to have somebody that has the money to borrow you to keep as proof of fund. How many people can muster that kind of fund? So people try to go for education. Do you know what it costs to do a master's degree in the UK now? In Naira? So every single one of us will not step out of the countries to live outside of the country, which is why conversations of this nature will have a lasting impression on your heart. And I was telling him that with the social action and our work, all it simply means is that we are putting out the awareness and enlightenment and the information. And outside of that, we are also the voices for these people that are disadvantaged. Children of people who move from place to place, people in the force, the army, the police, the air force, before they ascend into the positions where they are big boys, he will get another boss. Because again, as much as it's easy for me to stay here and say, oh, the government should do this, there are BRT buses, but you and I know that the BRT buses, even though they have marked spaces for persons with disabilities, do not get to every bus stop in Lagos because of the way this thing runs. So for some people, they have to find their way to the main bus stops where these BRT buses can pick them up from. Having to engage with the officials of the Lamata has been one of our biggest causes in the last 3 months because of the turnout. So you have a training this month, and you tell them, no, this category of individuals, though they are not entitled to free transportation, as some people thought, they are entitled to what? First, you get them first on the buses. You train those ones. After 3 months, go back, you find out that the people that them. So the realities are that if we really want to respect the diversity that exists as we speak today, when it comes to disability in Lagos and in Nigeria, truly we need a joint social action, which is one of the things that the organizers of this have put together. And the truth is, it's not grandiose, it's not big grammar, it is not big action, it is usually the simple things, the hanging fruit. Special parking, I drive very well. Why do I need to speak to your security man? Because the child was running a temperature and nobody knew what to do. Their entire world has been rocked by this reality. What have their neighbors done? Are they gone as a delegation as neighbors to say, we know that this is happening, how can we help? Madam, I can come and stay with your child just on Saturdays for 2 hours so you can catch some sleep. It's the little things that matter. They're very little things. Don't be intrusive. Give people the opportunity to say no. If you see a person at the bus stop that you suspect is struggling, ask if you can assist them. Is it okay if I help you? Oh, please don't help me. No problem. Don't be too intrusive. I met someone last week and the person, in the first 10 minutes of meeting, you want to know what happened to my leg. I looked at the person and I said, you are really audaciously, nosy. I told him that. Why? Because I do not owe you an explanation about my life's journey. Strike a conversation with me first and let us see if it leads to something else. And that is what our joint social action means in the disability space. So ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you to the organizers of this amazing event. I know that because of all of the weather condition, everything will be cut short, but I'm really hopeful that when you step out of this place, you would ask yourself several questions. When I entered, I'm like, oh wow, they have a good ramp. It's not just having a ramp, it's having a usable ramp. You see some ramps, even people with 2 legs, I don't use, majority of the ramps I don't use. Why? Because people will not go to ask architects who know about the measurements, know about the width, know about the length. You just want to put ramp. You go to places, they don't know that it's not every disability that needs ramp. What about Braille? What have you done about Braille? What are you doing about Braille? So remember that it begins with you and I, and it starts today. Thank you very much.
Before you take your leave,